everyone. I'm Donna Bush with your CIG TV News Brief on this Thursday. On Thursday morning, the Ministry and Department of Tourism, Workforce Opportunities and Residency Cayman and the Cayman Islands Tourism Association held a press briefing to discuss tourism job opportunities and the results of the stipend survey. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
As you know, one of my top priorities as Minister of Tourism is finding the appropriate roadmap that results in Caymanians being employed in our tourism product. You also know that the government has announced our reopening plan and are planning for the return of tourism in the coming months. As such, I established a committee called the Remobilization Committee with the private and public-private sector partnership that has been established to ensure that all efforts have been made to re-employ our displaced Caymanian workers so that they can be at the forefront of our tourism product. I am pleased to share that the Remobilization Committee's mission and vision have been carefully crafted to keep us focused on this important pathway.
The Job Placement Committee objectives are to collect data from both surveys of the displaced workers and the Cayman Islands Tourism Association members, data sharing and analysis, develop the workflow, the posting of jobs by CETA, hiring for the border reopening period, candidate assessments, creating a mechanism for job pairing, which means matching, interviewing, and hiring, continuously reviewing the process and establishing measurements of success. The Job Training Committee objectives are looking at the gap analysis, which identifies the varieties of positions, needs, and human capital, designing different programs for development needs, private and public collaboration for industry partnerships, as well as creating individual training pathways, identifying the financial support also for these programs.
It has been a wonderful experience to work collaboratively to build a strong relationship with these professional public servants who are essential in the success of this initiative. This is a powerful demonstration of the effectiveness of working together. Through such a challenging time, by identifying key issues, building on the strengths of our diversity, breaking the silo that can exist between private sectors and government, while ensuring that our action were all supported by verified data.
The Cayman Islands Department of Tourism, in collaboration with CETA, Work, and the Ministry of Tourism and Transport, coordinated a short online survey that was done between the 23rd of June to the 2nd of July. We made a decision to extend the survey until the 6th of July to provide recipients with additional time. Stipend recipients who did not complete the survey by the deadline were then called by the Department of Tourism until we reached a 91.5% survey completion. The data presented today is based on this completion rate.
To view the entire press briefing from today, you can watch it on demand on CIG Television's YouTube channel. Well, the first carnival to be held since Trinidad's 2020 parade is happening in the Cayman Islands this Saturday. Government has put in place strict regulations for parade organizers, and organizers are complying so participants and spectators can safely enjoy the event.
The first thing and most important thing is to be as safe as possible, and we've outlined some regulations as per that. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that you bring your identification and your vaccination card, specific identification to the vaccination card the day you got vaccinated. That would be the first protocol. After you have been securely verified by the HSA team, my ministry will give you a band. The next protocol that you need to be mindful of is when you take part in the parade as a participant. It is your responsibility to stay away from observers and spectators who may be standing on the sidewalk enjoying the beautiful feathers and music of the parade. Those two rules are the number one rules that I want participants to follow. Because those are the safety protocols upon which we approve this parade to happen. We're reminding participants you have to get your band first. If you come to the parade, you will not be able to take part. The police will be there enforcing strict regulations as persons have to be given a ban from the government through the Ministry of Tourism. One of the ways that our government was comfortable with allowing this to happen is to ensure that persons participating has had their full doses of the vaccine and to its full capability. And the evidence and science has said that you'll be fully vaccinated after 2 weeks of your last shot. And the date for that is July the 24th. So you would have to ensure that you had your last shot locally here in Cayman by the July the 24th. If you're on the 25th or further in date, you would not be able to take part, unfortunately. We want to remind those who are spectating or watching the parade to stay 6 feet away from the group of persons who are participating in the parade first. And if you are vulnerable for any health risks or whatever, or just for safety's sake, we would encourage you to wear a mask.
The requirement to participate in Cayman this year was that you had been vaccinated in the Cayman Islands to be able to participate. So we have now gotten our participants to be vaccinated, including staff. And now to everyone out there that listening to me and Donna, you have to make sure that you come to the glass house, to the lawn next to the government administration building on Saturday morning to be able to get verified that you are a participant, you're vaccinated with the HSA vaccination on Saturday morning before the parade starts. So for the ladies that I know have many hair appointments and the makeup and all of that, all we're asking you for a little sacrifice for something that we've not been able to do in 2 years, for something the world has not been able to do in over a year and a half, to be able to come out with your vaccination card, your ID, very important, your ID that matches the ID that you use when you got your vaccination, to come out on Saturday morning between 7:30 and 11:30ish, and we are not talking about Cayman time. 7:30 to 11:30, being able to come out to show your verification of vaccination. Of course, with the support and the blessing of the Ministry of Tourism and the rest of the government, the Premier, Minister of Finance, and Minister of Culture, and everyone else, and especially the Minister of Health. Thank you so much for allowing us the opportunity, even under different circumstances. And we're begging everyone, both participants and the spectators, to remember that we are still in a global pandemic. And that, yes, we might not have any so known community spread, we still have protocols to try to maintain the safety and still be able to pull off the world's first carnival this Saturday.
To find out more about Cayman this Saturday, go online to their Instagram and Facebook pages as well as their website. Turning to our forecast, the high temperature reached 89 degrees today, the low 77. We can expect partly cloudy skies with a 40% chance of showers and some thunder earlier this afternoon. Winds are from the east to southeast, 5 to 10 knots. Seas are slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Now, the isolated thunderstorms are expected from this afternoon, along with light southeasterly winds and slight seas over the Cayman Islands area for the next 24 hours as an upper-level cyclone moves across the Western Caribbean region. A reminder that you can find the latest on local weather conditions online at weather.gov.ky. That's it for today's news brief here on CIG Television. I'm Donna Bush, as always, inviting you to join us back here again tomorrow. Until then, be safe and have a great evening.